Shout out to the eagle-eyed fan and viewer. Shout out to the loyal subscriber who listened to me when I brought this topic up. Because I have not seen not one other channel, creator, blogger, vlogger, person, wherever, bring the fact up that if we talking about dating with a disability, we are absolutely going to talk about the fact that Dayton could have absolutely had a disability check coming in, and Robyn could have collected that. We're going to talk about Dayton and his disability. We're going to talk about Robyn and her financial habits, like her spending habits on these dolls, these collectibles, and her income, all the things. If we're going to talk about Robyn's financials, where she spends her money, where she gets her money, all this income, you could bet your bottom dollar we're going to talk about her son with a disability and if she has ever collected a disability check. You're welcome. By the way, you better subscribe. Anyway, let's get into it. Shout out to the fan that posted this to a fan group after I talked about it on my channel. Kody is definitely being closed-minded, but also Robyn makes it sound like she may not have ever gone to a professional for a diagnosis, which makes sense since she uses old terminology. Okay, let's get into the clip where they was discussing Dayton and his disability. Now, in this clip, as you see, Robyn is sitting here with Dayton on the bed, and her and Dayton and Kody are talking about, you know, Dayton and his birthday. Robyn says she found out when he was in 3rd grade that he was on the spectrum. Child, she went into detail, okay, about his disability or diagnosis or her taking tests and blah, blah, blah. And Kody was saying that he don't believe he's on the spectrum. He just knows he has a bigger personality and he's, you know, quirky and all this was his exact words. He thought he's just quirky. And that's great. And Robyn's like, yeah, well, I've took all the tests. I know. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. This is Kody's face while they sitting on the couch and she's talking about it. Very calmly, very confident. Like, yeah, I know he has Asperger's and he's on the spectrum and all this. And Kody goes on record in front of the camera and says he's got a personality that opens up to me in many ways more than my other children. Oh, yes, he said that. Now, as you all see at the time of me recording this video, it has been almost 2 weeks since I originally brought up Dayton and his disability. And the question, did Robyn Brown collect a disability check for her son Dayton while he was under 18? Because we all know, when kids, we'll say when certain kids have been diagnosed with a disability, we all know some of their parents will go sign up to collect a disability check. It does not happen in every instance, I understand, but it does happen in a lot of instances. So I was curious. Now, as you see, y'all took it to the comments. So I want to read those comments just to see what everybody was thinking. And then ironically enough, after me posting this was when I ran upon the whole conversation of Dayton and his disability. Isn't it ironic? Let's get into the comments. I had asked the viewers and the fans of the show if they believed Robyn collected a disability check for Dayton. Now, some people just will never give a direct answer to the question at hand. So, here we go in the comments. I pray and hope Dayton is with his dad and changed his name back. That wasn't even a question, but it's ironic you said that because I've been saying that there's no proof nor evidence, and the actual only proof or evidence we have of where Dayton is living is if you Google his name, his current address is Robyn and Kody's new home address. So, there's those facts. Do some research, please. I've said that so many times. That's why I get sassy with it sometimes, because I'm like, are y'all just trying to punk me? Because y'all already know, if you over here and you listen to me every day, you already know what the hell I'm saying. So, I mean, sometimes I'm like, is this Katie or her husband trolling me? I mean, come on now. I think it is. But anyway, let's get into it. My son is high-functioning autistic. He got a check from the time he was little till 25, and I was his payee. But he had the card. He decided he didn't want it anymore and signed off, and now is a supervisor at his job. That is wonderful. Not only does Robyn require them to ask permission to go to church, but she had to go with them. I believe she keeps Dayton close and keeps him under her control. It is still funny that Kody said his boys with Janelle should move out because they were grown. Bye-bye. He said, but his precious little kids with Robyn get whatever they want and don't have to get a job or pay anything. He abandoned his OG kids and basically disowned them. He is something else. Robyn doesn't seem to allow her children to have thoughts and opinions, and definitely not move away from. One thing I've learned, Sister Wives fans can have a legal document quicker than a lawyer. Child. Kody said one time that he likes the younger children. Robyn tries to keep them looking like children because Kody liked to be worshipped by his younger children, so Robyn is still trying to treat them, I don't know. My daughter is 26 and she has autism and CP. She started getting disability checks when she turned 18 because we made too much money for her to be eligible until she became an adult. Well, I do want to point out this. Robyn has been accused of scamming and frauding folks for years. So, are we going to put it past her to scam and fraud the government? I read Dayton went to his dad's and stayed for an extended time after graduation. I can see him coming back and stuff had been put in an RV. Well, do you really think if Robyn's daughters have to ask permission to go to church, do you really think she's going to allow her son to go stay with somebody who signed the rights over? He has no rights to his kids. No rights. I'm talking about her ex-husband. So, no ma'ams. Can we please stay focused on the facts? The young man must not be completely disabled. He was able to drive a dirt bike, receive 3 college degrees, and independently live in an RV. Many individuals are labeled, but this does not ban they are unable to function, live, and work in a society. In Arizona, parental income is not generally taken into consideration when determining a child's state disability benefits like it is for other states or federal assistance. It's a huge draw to living in Arizona. Ooh, so it's not based on the parent's income? Interesting. Yes, you collect $845 a month for a disabled child till they turn 18 or as long as they are still in school. Is that in Arizona? I used to get one when he was younger. It is based on income, so when I got a better job, I stopped getting checks. We were working on getting for him while he is in college. I also want to point out that Robyn and Kody's allegedly only proof of income was from this show, and I don't know if it's considered self-employed, but just put that into your brains as well. I know where Dayton is, y'all. He's in Hawaii. Look at the flower necklace he's wearing. Sorry, I don't know how to spell those flower necklaces. LA. And, hey, what a hypocrite Kody is for making Dayton live in a camper. We all know that's beneath Kody's standards. I love your channel. You make me laugh out loud, literally. Well, thank you. If she was his payee, she had control. Now, when he turned 18, he who have had to go to SSA doctors to see if he was still disabled and unable to work. They put his name on the paperwork along with her mom. Something is going on. Dayton is living with his father. No, he's not. Girl, I hear you when you say you got a lot going on. Me too. Lying all the live long day like Robyn and Kody. Why should Dayton move? He has his own house now in the guest house of the McMansion. There was a guest house in the listing. There's also an RV garage that has a whole entire living space with it. So technically, there's a main house and 2 guest houses. Whoop. But we went through the house tour on this channel. Disability when they're under 18 is based on the income of the parents, so he wouldn't have qualified. Baby, these people were on government assistance like food stamps, and they filed bankruptcy. Quit arguing with me. My kids aren't disabled, but they get a disability check because I'm disabled and they're still minors. Interesting. Dayton is back with his father. Yeah, he's not back with his father. His father signed his rights over. His father's Kody, legally. I know some of y'all just love to argue with me, trolls. That beast certainly got a check. My girl has OCD. I didn't get a check because we had money, and I felt someone else needed it more, but Robyn is so greedy. My father from Louisiana, and your accent reminds me of that family. Well, thank you. If Dayton is receiving a disability check, Robyn will be receiving it till he turns 18. If it's not stipulated that he's not able to take care of his money, Robyn was still able to receive it because she is the payee. That's why it's called creators. If they have to, they will create their own content, no matter if it's a lie or not as long. What? Or not as long as the content it pays. I'm asking a question. Dayton's disability check. If he's got a disability, then where's the check? Bam. I'm telling y'all, pay attention to the comments. You'll see the trolls and the angry people. Probably see them over on Wild Crystal Ball channel too, because she mean as hell. Mean-spirited. Not all disabilities get a check. You have to have a mental documentation to turn it. Dayton is going back to live with his dad since he was... I told y'all all this. Dayton is living with his daddy. His daddy's Kody. Y'all talking about David Preston Jessup, the dude that signed his rights over? You think Robyn gonna allow that? She don't even allow her kids to go to church. And they're in their 20s. Put that in your truth pipe and smoke it. Y'all can debate me all you want, but you sound ridiculous when you arguing with facts. I mean, you just are. I'm talking about the people who are arguing with the facts. If Dayton has all those degrees, where is he working? What is his disability? Well, Robyn said it was Asperger's. And by the way, we're going to go into the whole thing here in a minute because, yes, I done some research on that as well, if that is considered a disability or not, because I know that's going to be the next question or the next debate is, well, that's not even a disability. So we're just going to go right on into it. That way we can skip over all that. He lives in an RV in the backyard. I bet Dayton and Grandma live in the mother-in-law house. How does he collect disability checks? Didn't he attend college in Flagstaff? That was the reason for the forced move. He recovered from the ATV accident that they don't talk about. Since when do kids get paid for being autistic? Is he even... Kids do get paid for being autistic. My husband's best friend's son is nonverbal autistic, and my husband's best friend collects a check for it. It's a disability. Oh, I'm speaking from... Now, I will say this. Without a crystal ball has a son with a disability, so she should know all about this. So you should ask her about it. Seriously. She might have been able to collect a check, or she might have collected a check or still collects a check on her minor son who has a disability. Would love to hear her speak about it since she has more experience. Dayton can see what's going on. His sisters are brats. Lord have mercy. I would bet my life she did. Was he really tested for autism? We don't really know. Well, Robyn said she took all kind of tests while he was in the 3rd grade, is what she said. Remember, we seen the clip on the show of her admitting it. Disability checks for children is not too much. Definitely not much to live off of. We didn't say that. Now, I never did say that. It didn't matter if it was 1 penny or 100 pennies or 1,000 pennies or $1,000. The fact is, or the question is, okay, because we still don't know the fact if she collected or not. The question is, did she collect any amount of money off this? Now, like I said, I did a little research on Asperger's and autism and if it's considered a disability. So let's go take a look-see. Asperger's syndrome was previously a diagnosis used to describe a specific type of autism spectrum disorder, ASD. However, in 2013, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders eliminated Asperger's as a separate diagnosis. All individuals who previously met the criteria for Asperger's are now diagnosed with ASD. As you see, diagnosed. ASD is a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects communication, social interaction, and repetitive behaviors. It is recognized as a disability under the following laws: the Disabilities Act, Social Security Disability Insurance provides financial assistance to individuals with ASD who are unable to work due to their disability. Supplemental Security Income provides financial assistance to individuals with ASD who have limited income and resources. Now, you could say that Dayton Brown himself doesn't have as much income as his mommy and daddy Kody because he does not appear on the show. Remember? Everybody's asking where he's at. I'm telling y'all, Robyn probably collected a check, in my humble opinion, and would love to know what y'all think about it. So be sure you meet me in the comments below. Don't forget, you could catch up on a brand new episode of Sister Wives, but you won't catch Dayton Brown on Sister Wives. Not here recently. We've all been wondering why. Maybe he needs to keep that limited income to keep the checks flowing in for Robyn and her doll collection. I'm just saying, that could be a possibility. Are we putting scamming and frauding? We putting that past Robyn? We said she couldn't be. Robyn could never be involved with a scam or a fraud. Is that what we're saying? Curious. Don't forget, you can catch up on a brand new episode of Sister Wives that airs every Sunday. That will be tomorrow night, exclusively on TLC at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Hey, I love you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share. And as always, don't you forget to subscribe. If you're new here, have you subscribed yet? Then what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much.